Chapter 1: The Arrival. Clara had never believed in hauntings. Her job was to catalogue paintings, not chase shadows. But when the Ministry of Culture invited her to assess the contents of Casa del Silencio, she accepted, mostly to escape the monotony of her office. The manor loomed over the Rio de la Plata like a forgotten sentinel. Its windows were shuttered, its garden overgrown. Matteo, who insisted on tagging along, joked that it looked like a place where secrets went to rot. Inside, the air was stale with dust and disuse. The caretaker, a man with eyes like whetstone, handed Clara a brass key. "This opens the portrait room," he said. "But only enter at dusk." Chapter 2: The Portrait. The room was circular, lined with velvet wallpaper that had faded to the color of dried blood. In the center hung a single painting, a woman in 19th century dress, her gaze unnervingly direct. Clara approached. The plaque beneath read, Maria del Alba, 1863? No death date. Matteo snorted. "She looks like she's judging us." Clara frowned. The woman's eyes seemed to follow her. And the background, it wasn't a landscape. It was the very room they stood in. Chapter 3: The Whispers. That night, Clara dreamed of footsteps echoing down the manor's halls. In her dream, the woman from the portrait whispered in Spanish, "No abras la puerta." "Don't open the door." She woke to find Matteo missing. The caretaker stood in the hallway, holding the brass key. "He went into the portrait room," he said. "At midnight." Chapter 4: The Truth Beneath. Clara burst into the room. The painting had changed. Maria del Alba now stood beside a young man, a Matteo. His expression was frozen in terror. Clara screamed. The caretaker didn't flinch. "She collects the curious," he said. "Those who ignore warnings." Clara turned to run, but the door slammed shut. Behind her, the woman in the portrait smiled. Chapter 5: The Echoes. Clara pounded on the door, her voice hoarse. No answer. The caretaker had vanished. The painting remained, Matteo's image now more vivid, as if freshly brushed. She scanned the room. A faint draft whispered from behind the velvet wallpaper. Clara tore it back, revealing a hidden alcove. Inside, a diary, its pages brittle with age. Maria del Alba, 1863. He entered at midnight. He did not return. I warned him. I always warn them. Clara's hands trembled. The ink was fresh. Chapter 6: The Séance. Determined to retrieve her brother, Clara sought help. She returned to Montevideo and found Dona Lucia, a retired medium with a reputation for unusual recoveries. They returned to the manor at dusk. Lucia lit candles, placed the portrait between them, and whispered incantations in Guarani. The room grew cold. The painting shimmered. Maria spoke. "He is not lost. He is remembered. But memory is a prison." Lucia gasped. "She's not a ghost. She's a collector." Chapter 7: The Bargain. Clara begged. "Take me instead." Maria's voice echoed from the walls. "You offer yourself freely." Clara nodded. The painting pulsed. Matteo's image faded. Clara's appeared. Lucia screamed. "No. You must anchor her." She thrust the diary into the fire. The flames roared. The portrait cracked. Chapter 8: The Aftermath. Clara awoke in the garden, alone. The manor was gone, reduced to rubble. Matteo sat beside her, dazed but alive. The portrait? Burned. But one fragment remained, Clara's eyes, painted in oil, still watching.